So we're live here at NRF 26, and together with me I have Diego. So Diego, can you please introduce yourself and let us know about your relationship with Pricer?
Sure. I'm Diego Mazzone, President and CEO of JRTech Solutions. We're the leading ESL provider within Canada. We've been working with Pricer for 18 years. Effectively, we built the market. When I first started with Pricer, what's interesting is that I had the choice of working with any company out there. And when I looked at what was out there, I clearly saw Pricer was the best. But there was nothing anywhere in Canada. We built it up slowly. Currently, we have over 2,200 installations and about 20 million labels installed.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what you said that when you decided to collaborate with Pricer, you selected it because it was the best. So what are the primary drivers behind your decision? And what do you consider is the best over the other market solutions?
So Pricer is not an easy technology to understand. But when you understand it, you completely get why it's the best. And I'll explain to you why. When I look, every year we have a process where we look at all the technologies on the market and we see, is there something different? Is there something better? Not because we want to move away from Pricer, we just want to understand, is the market moving in a certain direction? There was one common, and there still is a common trait that I find with all the products on the market outside of Pricer, is they behave in a similar fashion, whether it be battery life, speed, or reliability, and it doesn't compare to what I've evaluated with. And by the way, our IT team is doing this constantly, stress testing our system against other systems, and we can see that battery life is definitely longer, but what that affords is not to have a long life of the label. You can if you want. It's to basically do so much more in the store. So what we wanted to do for our Canadian retailers was, number one, provide exceptional value, not just change prices, but do a million other things like click and collect, geo-positioning, inventory management, and you can do that with Pricer. You'll have a harder time doing that, if at all, with other systems. So that was a key plus for Pricer. The second thing that really drew me to Pricer was the constant innovation. Always the first mover in the market. When it came to Smart Flash, no one was doing that. Pricer started it, now everyone's doing it. So those type of things, geo-positioning, these are just constant reminders to me as it's not just the technology, but the people behind Pricer that are forward thinking. And that's exactly the type of partner I want to have. Finally, Canada is a huge country. It's huge. And so we have clients that are all across Canada, even down in Hawaii and the Caribbean, but we also have 17 Arctic stores. Now, if you consider what it means for us to install, but more so support those stores, the last thing I want to worry about is that the system's going to fail. And so the reliability, the scalability of the system is super important for us, and that translates to value for our clients as well.
Perfect. Thank you, Diego. And you were speaking about innovation. You said that Pricer is innovating in the market. So today we are introducing here Pricer Avenue, the industry's first modular powered platform that evolves the self-edge into a dynamic media channel. So what is your taking for Pricer Avenue?
Well, that's a leap forward in terms of the way you think about an electronic shelf label. So we've already for years have moved past price automation. I mean, that's 101. This adds a whole new element to marketing, to visual dynamics on the shelf edge in a way that provides an unlimited amount of flexibility with the same labels in the way you combine them and the way you attract attention. So your consumer product companies are going to be very happy with what they can potentially display on these labels, but also the retailers now have a level of dynamism that they used to be able to get with paper. It's finally here with Pricer Avenue.
Great. And in order to give a picture of which customers we are speaking about, can you give us some names?
So the biggest names that you can think of in Canada are clients of ours. And I'm very proud to say that, but Best Buy, Canadian Tire, we also have Sobeys, Metro, London Drugs, Jean Coutu. I could go on and on. But what's also interesting is we're very big into hardware or DIY. And so we have all the banners in that regard. And there is a big reason why we're into hardware. It's because it's a very difficult environment. It's not easy to install a hardware store, but you need to have a technology that can deal with the dense amount of SKUs and the environment, which is very heavy in metal, high racking, etc. You need to have a system that can penetrate all of that, and you can only do it with optical communication.
Perfect, great. And can you give us like a glimpse of what is the feedback that you get about Pricer Solutions from customers?
The feedback is always very generous. I think we do a really good job of trying to, for lack of a better term, educate as to what we can do with the system. But what I love is when we work in partnership with our retailers and they keep coming back to us and asking, what else can we do with the system? So I'll give you an example. We've, in our hardware segment, we've developed a cycle count application, which is essentially like a reverse click and collect application. But that really helps them make sure that they're managing their inventory in real time practically and making sure they're not losing money because product has gone missing. The feedback has been tremendous, not even so much from the retailers, although that's been great, but from the actual employees that use it. So think about where the whole market is going. We're getting younger and younger people, less skilled staff that don't stay as long within a retail environment. So having a system that does more than just the background automation, but allows the retailers and the staff to interact with the labels either through shelf replenishment, click and collect, or geopositioning. Effectively now what we've done is we've gamified the store environment. And so when you think about the younger staff, utilizing AI and mixing in other systems, like we have a robotics system with BrainCore that we've integrated with the Pricer system, this just creates a whole level of excitement for our retailers as to the possibilities are endless. And the number one thing we get told is that the electronic shelf label is now the linchpin of their operations. It used to be the last thing that got put in, but now that it's in, it becomes a central focus for all other systems to integrate into. And that's opened up a whole bunch of possibilities.
Amazing. You gave us like a very clear picture of what is happening on the stores. Diego, thank you so much for
Thank you,
today.
Ariana. I appreciate
We're
it.
really happy to partner with you.
And I'm so happy to partner with Pricer.